With you again. We are here with my colleague Vicky Karadzavelou. Earlier, we analyzed the benefits of cycling tourism, and I think, Vicky, that one country which has cultivated a cycling mentality is the Netherlands, right?
The Netherlands, yes.
Have you ever been to the Netherlands?
Of course, with the bike-friendly label, we have visited Netherlands, in Amsterdam and in The Hague twice to meet some travel agents that they would like to be informed about bicycling in Greece. Actually, they were very surprised that we have some hotels and some destinations that they are certified with this label. And they told us that they are very happy that they can provide information to their clients to do bicycle in Greece and to have the opportunity to see all the surroundings of the hotel or the archaeological sites or the beaches of our country with a bicycle.
Mm-hmm. I know that you have interviewed some people from the Netherlands according to the bicycle tourism, but before we watch the videos, let's first watch a video from Athens Convention Visitors Bureau about Athens.
As one of Europe's most classical capital cities, Athens continues to draw upon its heritage as the melting pot of the world's first symposia and fora to reshape itself into a progressive hub of dynamic future thinking. With its characteristic openness and diversity, Athens was authentically global before globalization became a catchword. We have always understood that true powers arrive through connection, innovation, and ideas. Democracy and transformative visionary thinking are in the cultural DNA of Athens. Our past speaks for itself. Join us as we present the perfect stage to share the bold new concepts and prime opportunities that will help build a sustainable future for us all. Why Athens? Let's walk through the features and competitive advantages that make Athens your next meeting or city break destination. Athens, a city that carries 3,500 years of continuous history, has always been a trailblazer. Some of humanity's most exciting ideas were born here. Its exceptional past is coupled with a dynamic contemporary culture. Athens guarantees authentic experiences bonded to its heritage, present, and future. In Athens, 4 millennia of recorded history, 80+ world-famous museums, and 2 UNESCO marbles mingle up close with a vibrant contemporary life in a quite fascinating mix of classical and cutting-edge urban and seaside. 123 indoor and outdoor cinemas, 148 modern and ancient stone theaters, cultural events, and rooftop bars swirl around the Parthenon. Here you can see clockwise the Odeon of Herodes Atticus, a summer performance open-air ancient theater. Next to it, you can see the well-known Parthenon on top of the Acropolis Rock. And just next to it, a rooftop open-air cinema in the city center of Athens. In the lower part of the slide, you can see the well-known Museum of Acropolis, where all Acropolis treasures are displayed. Athens' privileged geographical location at the crossroads of 3 continents, Europe, Africa, and Asia, offers easy access to travelers from wherever they come. Aegean Airlines is the national carrier and a member of Star Alliance, providing full-service, premium quality, short and medium-haul services. Athens is connected to 91 countries without visa requirement, and Greece is an EU and Schengen area member. Athens International Airport is welcoming annually more than 6.4 million visitors. The multi-awarded Athens International Airport is one of the fastest growing airports globally. It is connected to all major cities at competitive prices while constantly enriching its network with new carriers and destinations. In 2020, Athens International Airport received the Global Airport Efficiency Award and announced Route 2025, its official commitment to achieve net zero carbon emissions by 2025. Travel time to the city center takes no more than 30 minutes. Athens' modern and unique citywide metro, with the newest metro infrastructure in Europe, is not merely a transport service, but a cultural attraction. With priceless archaeological artifacts on display at a number of stations for public viewing, the Athens Underground resembles a mini museum that cements the legacy of the city. The transportation network offers 88.5 kilometers of underground, 59.3 kilometers of tram service, and 50 kilometers of bus lane, and is a state-of-the-art commuting complex. Athens is a future-ready destination, from experiential and physical to hybrid and virtual engagement with the city of Athens. Athens city authorities are taking all necessary steps to protect all of the citizens and visitors in the city. Safety protocols were established across all infrastructure in the hotel and tourism industry, adapting and developing further safety initiatives to the established national guidelines. The range of location is as multifaceted as the city itself. Historic landmarks and ultra-modern spaces with top-range meeting facilities, breathtaking seaside locations, scenic sites for unforgettable open-air events. From historical sites such as Zapion to the Athenian Trilogy. Athens Neoclassical Trilogy, as it is commonly called, at Panepistimiou Street, is defined with the heart of the intellectual life of the city. These are three impressive neoclassical mansions that were constructed in the 19th century. We go up to modern facilities such as Stavros Niarchos Foundation Cultural Center, the Museum of Acropolis, or even outdoors, such as Grand Resort Lagonissi. In Athens, hospitality isn't just an industry, it is a lifestyle. You will find state-of-the-art hotels with excellent facilities, design boutique hotels, classical architectural jewels with dashing views of the Acropolis, and luxury seaside resorts to enjoy pampering and rejuvenation by the Aegean. Athens and Greater Athens region offer a total of over 33,000 rooms in 675 hotels with a great selection of units very well located. Enhancing the quality and scope of the visitor experience, the hotel sector is continuously developing with new hotels, renovations, and new international chains investing in Athens. Here are some of our member hotels. Intercontinental, downtown Athens, the view from the rooftop of Hilton Athens, Divani Caravelle Athens, again located in the city center, and then Grand Resort Lagonissi in the seaside of Athens. Athens is a dynamic knowledge ecosystem with valuable intellectual capital in predominant areas of expertise. Athens, in particular, is home to 11 universities, including the National Technical University of Athens, one of the most recognized institutions globally. There are 54 faculties, 109 departments, and 21 research centers. 96 million euros were invested in 2019 in Greek startups through the Equifund apparatus. 300 companies have benefited from a total of 2.4 billion euros of investments in innovation. The city of Athens has been investing in a revitalization strategy for an improved, re-energized city and future aligned to the Sustainable Development Goals. The city is committed to a comprehensive urban management plan based on the principles of sustainability and resilience, with better maintenance of public green spaces. The plan includes the upgrade of urban and public spaces and infrastructure all over Athens, with a focus on its popular commercial center. To this, we should add a network of more than 30 green key properties in Athens. Athens is experiencing an exciting transformation through the creation of important cultural landmarks, innovative new urban regeneration projects, and redesign. The city has begun one of the largest urban interventions in the history of the capital, a complete plan for the revitalization and unification of the historic center through the creation of the Great Athens Walk. This network of new pedestrian routes will connect Athens' historic neighborhoods and world-class archaeological treasures, allowing residents and visitors to explore the city without cars. The vital project will be completed by 2022, set to deliver 50,000 square meters of free public space, creating the most beautiful city walk of Europe with a total length of 6.8 kilometers. Among others, the city plan also includes the renovation of two landmark sites in the center of Athens, the Lycabettus Hill and the National Gardens, alongside the creation of a new athletics and entertainment park to transform the formerly run-down area of Eleonas. The Hellinikon revitalization, the site of the old Athens International Airport, is one of the most ambitious development projects ever undertaken in Greece. This prime unexploited parcel of 6 million square meters will include a metropolitan park of 2 million square meters and a prototype city aimed to include business, research, and student campuses, as well as residential developments. It will also feature recreational and commercial uses, Attica's largest retail mall, hotel complexes, and leisure activities, and a new beach of 1 kilometer. According to estimates, Hellinikon will attract over 1 million new tourists to the region. The area of Falliro in Athens' coastal suburbs has undergone one of the most ambitious reinventions, with the creation of the Stavros Niarchos Foundation Cultural Center. This outstanding new culture hub is now home to the Greek National Opera, the National Library of Greece, as well as the Stavros Niarchos Park, a spectacular green oasis and a community resource. The Basil and Elis Goulandris Foundation, the newest blockbuster museum in Athens, opened its doors in 2019 in the hip neighborhood of Pankrati. The collection offers a panorama of the most important 19th and 20th century artists, including Picasso, Cézanne, Van Gogh, Monet, Degas, Pollock, Bacon, and Chagall, along with 2 floors devoted to 20th century and contemporary Greek art. Moreover, a major property lease agreement is set to transform the Arsakio Arcade in the heart of central Athens into a multiplex, food court, and mini shopping center, with an emphasis on traditional Greek cuisine and the Mediterranean diet. Athens is a Mediterranean city with the friendliness of the village at heart, forged made from the Athenian sun and people, the food, the resort-style nearby coastline, and our beautiful nearby islands. From nature trips to excursions along the luxurious Athens Riviera, Athens, with its unique climate, combining sea and mountain, and of course, unequaled history, offers endless options for activities that have to do with adventure, sea, food, team spirit, CSR, culture, back to nature, feel like Greek, and wellness. Or you can even mix it up with a day trip to one of the 6 nearby islands. With an average daylight of 9 hours, a much envied climate, and incredible blue skies, Athens will please you with both its weather and warm-hearted locals. The year-round sunshine even during the winter months, the warm climate with the more than 300 days of sun and a 20 degrees average temperature makes Athens one of the most friendly capitals of Europe. Famous for its renowned Mediterranean cuisine, Athens offers an outstanding gastronomic scene. Its contemporary urban vibe caters to every appetite and style, from traditional street food, souvlaki, to modern Greek cuisine and awarded Michelin restaurants. Athens gives its visitors the opportunity to enjoy their lunch or dinner in unique places with unbeatable views. Just a 20-minute ride away from downtown Athens, the Athens Riviera is like dipping your toes into the Greek island lifestyle. Athens is the only European capital with a coastline of more than 50 kilometers, adorned with 20 blue flag beaches and 11 marinas. a playground of blue flag beaches, barefoot fish tavernas, and five-star resorts popular to the international jet set. The 50 kilometers coastline of the Athens Riviera is a gloriously winding seafront road with blasted out tunnels and unspoiled swimming coves where summer stretches for 6 months. Take a daily sailing boat tour to the marvelous islands of Aegina, Poros, Hydra or Spetses. Organize a yacht charter and enjoy all sports related to water like windsurfing, kite, hoverboard, stand-up paddling, flyboard or water ski. Athens is a microcosm of traditions and skills found throughout the Greek world. It guarantees authentic experiences connected to its heritage, present and future. From rich cultural immersions such as philosophy walks and workshops on pottery, to craft and wear your own ancient masks, Athens will not disappoint you. Feel the energy of the Greek spirit while crossing the finishing line of the mini marathon at the famous Panathinaike Stadium, which is actually the birthplace of the first modern Olympic Games in 1896. Athens offers extraordinary hands-on activities that will allow you to discover the fragile beauty of the Mediterranean ecosystem and the breathtaking landscapes of the Attica region. Take a jeep tour through the National Park of Sunion, participate in a traditional grape harvest, or learn why Greeks are dedicated to their olive trees at a tree planting activity. While in Athens, you will enjoy the finest Greek PDO products. Arrange for a tour at a typical food market like Varvakios Agora to sample local tastes and flavors. A group cooking class at a traditional deli, or a visit to a Greek farm for a unique farm-to-fork feast. If you are in the MICE industry, corporate social responsibility is a priority for the city of Athens, with the commitment to develop as a sustainable business event destination. Include tailor-made CSR content during your events in Athens, offer unique and don't-message experiences to your delegates, and enable them to expand their skills and teamwork. This is Athens Convention and Visitors Bureau was established in April 2008 to represent Athens in the global MICE and leisure market. We are part of the Athens Development and Destination Management Agency, a public company created by the City of Athens to represent its international interests and establish Athens as a competitive destination for international tourism, investment, and talent. Our membership network represents more than 100 of the largest tourism enterprises in Athens, all of them displayed on your right-hand side. This is Athens Convention and Visitors Bureau is expanding its network and is an active member of the global community. Now, let's get a glimpse of what Athens is all about in 60 seconds. Thank you very much for your time and hope to see you and your guests soon in Athens.
Watching this video, I felt like a tourist in my own city.
That's correct. It's very, very beautiful actually. Huh? When you see the video, the pictures of Athens, it's very, very attractive, I can say. So let's continue. We have to continue. We have more destinations to show. So, Maria, shall we?
We said earlier that we will host some guests from the Dutch market. I know that you are about to interview some of the greatest tour operators in the Netherlands.
Let's see their opinion about traveling in Greece. So first, we have with us Mrs. Petra Kok. She's from TUI Netherlands. She's responsible for the external communications. Let's see Mrs. Petra Kok. And let's see
Thank you
her.
for having me at your exhibition. Well, just like you, we are so much looking forward to traveling again. People crave for holidays, and in fact, we all need that for our well-being. And not just the holiday makers, but also the hosts. So I'm thinking of hoteliers, but also restaurants, bars, shopkeepers, many people that earn their living in tourism. At the moment, the Dutch are not booking, I'm afraid. But we have quite some holidays that were transferred from last summer already to this summer. And Greece is top favorite. It always was with the Dutch, you know that. It's top favorite. And I really think that the short period we could enjoy holidays last summer, and Greece welcomed us. It had a very positive, it left a very positive feeling, you know, demonstrating history. So I think also that's part why we keep on loving Greece. And well, as far as the summer is concerned, we're optimistic for next summer. But first, the travel bans have to be lifted, and the bookings will then pour in like summer rain on dry land. And I thank you, dear friends in Greece. Stay strong. We will be back.
And if COVID continues, Mrs. Kok?
I don't think COVID will have disappeared by this summer, and maybe not everybody will have a vaccine inserted by that time, but we still think it's possible to go on holiday, but in a controlled environment. So we are discussing that at the moment in the authorities in the Netherlands to have a, how do you say, a safe bubble. So testing before departure, short for departure, maybe test upon arrival when Greece wants that, and also when you go back again to your home country. That might give us the opportunity to have holidays even before COVID is gone or everybody is vaccinated. It's worth a try, and we are willing to try. So we are looking for solutions in that way.
We keep the positive, the optimistic message from Mrs. Kok that it is possible to go on holiday, but in a controlled environment. She also referred to the challenges the travel industry affronts right now due to the pandemic, due to COVID-19. And she also referred to the beauty Greece has, its history, the positive vibes that tourists take when they visit our country, and this is very important for us right now.
It is, it is.
And what comes next?
Well, next we have Mrs. Lydia Kohertas. She's with Silverjet, and she is responsible for Greece. Let's see her opinion about Dutch traveling in Greece.
Well, you know, in general, let's say in general, the Dutch are still a bit cautious, you know, to book their holiday because, as you know, we are still in a lockdown, as most of the European countries are. But I'm sure that once the borders are going to be open, you know, our customers will book for the Greek islands and for Crete. You know, there we are specialized. I think Greece, you know, in general has an enormous growth for us, especially in the recent years. Greece, you know, if you compare it with other Mediterranean countries, is far ahead of its time. I just want to say that because of the modern hotels and villas with private pools, and this concept is actually for the excellent for our target group. And I really hope that once the majority of the Dutch people are vaccinated, peace will return and they choose Greece again as their holiday destination. Because, you know, one thing is certain, the Dutch will go on holiday again. And here Greece is so great because it offers so much more: spacious hotels, you know, rooms, what I said, villas with private pools, so many facilities as well for families, excellent cuisine, culture, and of course the regular flights to almost all the islands and the mainland. And not to forget, of course, the Greek sun.
It is very important, Vicky, what Mrs. Kortekas just mentioned, that Greece is considered to be a fast-growing market for Dutch people, and that they still want to visit the Greek islands and especially Crete.
And about vaccinations, he said that the Dutch people will take the vaccine, so I believe this is a message.
I think that we're obliged to do it. There is no
let's see.
alternative option.
That's the question of the year. Let's continue with Sunweb and Mr. Tim van den Berg. He is the CCO of Sunweb. Let's see his opinion about Dutch traveling in Greece.
Hello from Greece.
I think, first of all, one of the most important things is that people really want to travel. It's one of their basic needs, and we also believe that everyone deserves a holiday to relax and unwind. And if we talk with people, we really feel that they want to leave, that they want to, let's say, escape the Netherlands. And if we look at our clients, Greece is one of the most popular regions for sure for our tourists. So that's a positive thing. So everyone is really waiting for the moment to escape home and to come over there. So that's really a good thing. And yeah, maybe also if you really look at everything in detail, we really see a growing trust, especially for departures starting mid-May. We see that couples, for example, they're already booking a little bit more than families. But also there, let's say, research also learns us that this group is waiting a little bit more for exact info about the procedures, because they will travel with their family, so that's always a little bit more complex. But the good thing is that we really feel that they're ready to book and ready to come. We also see it in the bookings already. We think that May till mid-June, in terms of bookings, it will be challenging in terms of numbers and getting prepared. We also expect a lot of, let's say, last minutes more in the month July. But if you look a little bit further for August and let's say until October, for sure, we are actually very positive because then everything will be clear. We're really convinced that the borders will be open, and we saw it also last year in summer. Greece is really one of the region that picks up the most fast in our full portfolio, and then more specifically, I think destinations that are now doing good are Crete, for example, but also Zakynthos, Kos, Samos, and also Karpathos. We see that there's really like an increase in visitors, in bookings. So at that point, we're positive, especially compared to some other destinations. So that's good news, I think.
No doubt, Vicky, is too risky to make predictions and to talk about pre-bookings. But the good thing is that all the surveys show that tourists from all over the world are willing to travel again.
That's the most important right now.
The most important is psychology. Psychology comes first.
Of course. That's a very, very important issue right now.
And introduce us to our last guest.
Yes, is Mr. Dick Goosen from Corendon. He is the brand and marketing manager, and he will tell us his opinion about traveling in Greece this summer.
Thank you very much for the invitation. I'm very glad to talk to you and to all the people watching. At this moment, we for the Dutch and also for the Belgian market, we are waiting more positive news. I can inform you that recently we did a big survey in the Netherlands, asking clients are they planning to go on holiday, and also asked our Corendon clients So the good news is that almost 65% of all the Dutch people told us they want to go on holiday by plane, which is the market we are in. And almost 95% of all the customers of Corendon want to fly again as soon as the pandemic is more or less over. And the good news is that Greece is the #2 destination for all these customers.
And now it's time to get our audience's feedback. Do we have any questions?
Yes, we have some questions for Athens. We have with us the representative of Athens Convention and Visitor Bureau. Hello. Hi, good morning.
First of all, congratulations for the excellent video. I really enjoyed it.
Your microphone, please. Your microphone.
And turn on your microphone.
Yes, is switched off. Okay.
Yeah, sorry. Thank you for hosting us. And good to hear that you like the video.
And not only us, but all the Dutch travel agents and tour operators that are with us. And we have some questions about Athens. How much prepared is the city to welcome tourists in the few months that the season will start?
I think we have been preparing for this the whole last year. We have been hoping that traffic will return, and so I think all the industry that is related to the tourism section of Athens has been prepared and is being prepared for 1 year now. So once conditions allow us to travel freely, and once vaccinations keep going on in Europe and elsewhere in the world, I think we are totally ready to welcome our visitors from any part of the world.
Do you believe that Athens, that boasts the biggest airport in Greece and is the capital of Greece, is this an element favor to tourists to come, or do you believe that tourists will be spread around in smaller destinations?
Sorry, can you repeat the first part of the question?
Yes.
I didn't hear it.
Do you believe that Athens is boasting the biggest airport of Greece, and it is the biggest city, of course, because it is a capital? Do you believe that the tourists will choose Athens to come this summer, or they will choose some smaller destinations in terms of safety, of course, from COVID?
I think, of course, everyone wants to feel and be safe, and this is true that what you're saying. But Greece in total and Athens in particular has a very good record in, throughout this pandemic period. So, especially, in the summer months, Athens is a break city destination. So even if visitors come through Athens to go to a smaller island, to have their major part of holidays, they will still pay a visit to Athens for at least 1 or 2 days. Athens has plenty of things to do. Even for 2 days, you can have a great variety of activities and things to do. So we believe that Athens will maintain its visibility as a city break destination. Although I agree with you that people and visitors and our guests will visit smaller places around Greece, especially for this summer. But the infrastructure in Athens is ready to welcome any type of visitor, even those that are visiting Athens on its own, or those that are visiting Athens on their way to another destination within Greece.
Not only smaller in terms of size, but also different destinations that were not as known as other alternative ones.
Yeah, that's for sure. I think what the COVID pandemic has managed to do, apart from the very, very, very bad things that has imposed upon all of us, is that it has managed to exactly bring up some new and less known destinations and somehow promote them.
Although we want to travel, we still want to have our privacy too. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for hosting us.
Thank you.
I'm here if anyone else wants to ask any
Yes, of course.
questions. I will be joining you for the
Maybe
rest
we'll
of
have
the.
something
If you have any
later.
questions, please raise your hand.
Yeah. So, Maria, let's go to an island after Athens.
Chios?
Why not? Yes.
I've never been to Chios.
Really?
Yes,
Oh.
and it's one of the Greek islands that I would like to visit. It's in my do list.
We will do it, don't worry. So, let's visit here now in the video and hopefully soon in real.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for being here today. I'm Augustus Nemonitis, the president of the Chios Tourism Organization. I'm going to talk a little bit about our island, and I'm going to give you a little presentation, show you a little presentation about the island. Chios, so full of life all year round, waiting for you to discover. Chios Island, truly unique in the Aegean and the world. And we're going to give you a few examples of why we're unique and truly an amazing island. Chios, in a brief, I'm going to give you a few things here to talk about. Vivid all year round. Ideal for island hopping. Chios as a destination consists of a group of islands, main island Chios, and the islands of Psara and Eleusis. Chios is 3 islands and consists of 3 islands. It's the big island of Chios, and there's another 2 small islands that are right next to Chios, which is Psaras and Eleusis. It's located in the North Aegean, the 5th largest island in Greece, and the 10th in the Mediterranean. Maximum altitude is 1,297 meters, and the highest peak is Pyrenean Mountain. This Chios is not like other islands. Chios has a lot of mountains, which is amazing because you could go hiking and mountain climbing, and it gives Chios an amazing scenery. The population of Chios is 51,000 inhabitants, and that's why Chios is all year round, because the island has 51,000 people living on the island, so nothing pretty much closes. The island, people live on it, there's a university on the island, and a lot of people living on the island. So all the restaurants, cafes, everything that's on the island do not close in the winter and throughout the year. The climate. First in clarity, third in sunshine in Greece all year. Small seasonal temperatures change without extreme phenomena. In the spring, you get about 16 to 24 degrees, summer 25 to 30 degrees, and autumn 13 to 20 degrees. These are some really nice pictures of Chios, which I'm going to get into details about different pictures also later on in the presentation. I'm just going to say a few details here. That's one of our, in the middle of the presentation, in the picture, that's one of our caves of Chios. And also on the top left, that's Aios Vasileiros little church where we have a lot of weddings. Okay, how to come here. Flight connections we have from Athens, Thessaloniki, Lesbos, Limnos, and Samos Islands. Those are other islands that are really close by, and we have connections by flight. Rhodes Island and Oslo, Norway. In the middle of the picture, that's the windmills of Chios. Beautiful to see all year round because depending on the time of year, the colors in the sky are amazing to take pictures over there. On our left is Pirighis village, which there's going to be pictures also farther down, which all the houses are drawn on like you see in that. It's an amazing sight to see. And also on the bottom is Langala village, a fish village with lots of fish taverns. Continue with the how to come to Chios through Piraeus, which is Athens, Thessaloniki, Lavrio and Attica, which is also Athens, but it's the second port of Athens, Kavala city, which is close by Thessaloniki, which is all the way on the top north of Greece. So there's a connection from there too. Nearby islands, Psara and Eleusis. Like I said earlier, the island consists of 3 islands. So we have connections to those other 2 islands, Psaras and Eleusis, and you could do a little island hopping with those little islands, which they're really beautiful, beautiful beaches and many things to see. North Aegean Islands, Lesbos, Ikaria, Samos, Limnos, and Aistratis. Those are bigger islands, Greek islands, that you could do island hopping to, which are also really close by. And you could have a stay in Chios, jump to Lesbos, go next to Ikaria. You could do your own little planning of how you want to either get to Chios or continue your holiday vacation to other islands. Cyclades Islands, South Aegean, Syros and Mykonos, 2 known islands, which we have a connection to there too. And Dodecanes, South Aegean, Patmos, another island we have connection, and Chesme City, Turkey. Here I want to say a little detail that Chesme, Turkey is only about 20 minutes away, depending on the ferry you're going to take. There's ferries every day. 3 different companies do ferry boat trips. And on the bottom where you see a picture of our port, you take the boat from the port, and in about 20 minutes, you're in another country, another continent, which is really amazing. Just to get that experience of visiting 2 countries, and there's daily trips with tour buses, and you could see another country. Okay, let's move on. Unique by nature, by sea, and by its people. Mastic, a tree that gives a magical tears only here and nowhere else in the world. Mastic is a product, I would say a superfood, an ancient superfood that only grows on the island of Chios. It's the mastic tears. That's why we also have a mastic museum, which I'm going to mention further in the presentation. It's an amazing product. It's used for cooking, gastronomy, for just chewing on its own. It's good for your teeth. It's good for your stomach. It's used as a medicine, and it's amazing. You have to come and try it by yourself, but you could also find it in worldwide in many shops and all over the world. Homer traces the renowned Greek ancient poet are numerous and visible. Homer's rock is also on Chios, where you could go and sit on Homer's rock, where Homer used to teach. We have lalades and tulips. You will find 91 of Europe's 108 tulip species. Another detail is lalades are actually something totally different than tulips. Lalades are um, the word that we use in Chios for tulips, but the 91 of Europe's 108 are not the tulips, they're orchids actually. So it's something totally different. Lalades and orchids. 2 different amazing plants, flowers that grow on the island are those. Castrojoria, the castle villages of Mastic, they're vivid for centuries. If you visit them, they're really amazing to see those castle villages on the island. Pirhi village, the one-of-a-kind village with the painted houses that I showed you earlier. Gambos, a territory of unique architecture and aromas of citrus. It's the old mansions of Chios, which are in the Cabos area. Very beautiful area to go walk around, take a bike, and just roam around Cabos area. You'll be amazed. Sea and nautical history, glorious relation with shipping and sea for you to relive. There's also you will find a museum that has to do with shipping and sea and everything like that. But I'm gonna also mention those later on in the presentation about the museums. Ruketopolemos, Rocket War, a Chios tradition during the Orthodox Easter. The Rocket War, if you just do a simple Google search, maybe you've even seen it on the news, on CNN, BBC, worldwide. Every year we're on the news because of the Rocket War. It's amazing. It's 2 churches that shoot handmade rockets between the 2 churches, and whoever wins is the person that hits the church bells the most time. Our lifestyle is authentic, and we invite you to see sea life, from swimming to scuba diving to yachting and naval history. Taste and aromas like nowhere else, mastic and citrus that I mentioned earlier. A good life to enjoy, holiday, leisure, tourism. Close to earth, agriculture and farming in traditional way. Chios has what you like, what you're looking for. It's got everything. For example, cafes, ouzeri, taverns, bars, theaters, cinema, cultural sites, festivals, and these are things that are going on all year round. Like I said, it's 356 days a year because Chios never closes, 51,000 people living on the island. This is another picture down on the left of Ayos Isidoros little church. That's a wedding going on, actually, a traditional wedding where you see horseback and they're bringing the couple to the church over there. Beautiful beach that you see on top. This is a table full of all different types of Greek food. The amazing part of the Greek food and the gastronomy is that most of the stuff is made grown on the island. So you're eating really fresh food, just like the seafood, lots of fishermen, and you get amazing, amazing Greek food, traditional food on the island. On the far up left, you see a lady collecting mastic. Those are the mastic trees. Must see when you come to the island. Civilization traces through the ages. Neamoni, the historical monastery with its renowned mosaics. It's a UNESCO site, Neamoni, and it's a monastery that you will see all the way on the bottom left. That's the monastery. It was actually built by the same people that built Hagia Sophia in Istanbul. Mastic farming and its historical, cultural, economical, and social reflections. Homer, the ancient poem, the myths and legends, just like I said earlier. And the picture right in the middle, that's Homer's rock that I mentioned earlier also. Adamodios Korais, the important representative of the Greek age of enlightenment. Christopher Columbus, the great explorer who allegedly lived in Chios, which you could see things in Pyrgi because it was said that he lived in Pyrgi, which people still have his name, and it's their last name, Columbus. And there's a house that actually has still his name on it. That it was allegedly that was his house that he lived in. Feast your eyes on Chios 365 days. That is a picture of Pyrgi, the village that all the houses are drawn on. Amazing village. Okay, here we're going to the island that's next to Chios, which is Psara Island, an island of distinct beauty and unique vibes, a small place of great historical importance from 5th century BC, the birthplace of free-spirited people and heroes and masters of the sea. Northwest of Chios, 61 minutes by boat starting from Volisos village. Also, there's a boat that connects from Chios port, which that's a longer boat ride, which is 4 hours, but that's also certain days of the week. So Saras Island is an amazing island, beautiful beaches like you see in the picture here, and a must spot that you should go and see. Do a little island hopping to Psara. Also, another island hopping that you can do right next to us is Inusis Island. Inusis Island is actually a group of 9 smaller islands with authentic beauty, a place of unspoiled nature, Natura 2000, with a vivid naval tradition. Don't miss its Panigirya, its traditional dances and festivals during the summer. Northeast of Chios, 25 minutes by sea, taxis starting from Lagada village, or 50 minutes by boat starting from Chios main port. Chios villages, the soul of Chios. You should explore them all because most of them, like I said earlier, are castle villages and you must see them. So a few of them are, for example, Kardamila, Lagada, Volisos, Avgonima, Timiana, Lithi, Pyrgi, Mestao, Libi, Cataractes, Kalamuti, Kalimasia, Nenita, Moya, and many more. Okay, so special and so many things you'll find on the island at a glance. And about the beaches, Chios has 92 accessible beaches all over the island, 15 that are actually blue flag certified, 18 organized, 2 accessible to persons with mobile requirements. In the picture, I'm going to just give you one example. The first beach that I mentioned was Mavravoya, and it's the beach that's on the top left. It's a black pebble beach, which is from a volcano. Must go, very unique. Won't find it anywhere. Just look at the colors and you can understand, but it's much different when you come and swim. And the bottom of the water is black. You could see the tiniest little fishes swimming right by you. Amazing experience. You will love it. These are a few of the 92 beaches you can enjoy. Mavravoya, like I said, Ayos Isidros, Afanis Naftis, Aya Irini, Aya Fotini. I'm not going to go through the whole list. So many. And also on Saras Island, the Inusis Islands. Our museum, Centuries of History, just like I said earlier, the Chios Mastic Museum, which is the picture on the top. Amazing, amazing museum, very new, just a few years old. Was created because everyone was coming to the island and wanted to find out more information about mastic, masticha, and now you could enjoy that experience, and many tourists do. It's one of the most um, we're very proud of this museum because lots and lots of people go to this museum and it shows our heritage. It shows what Chios is about. Must visit. The Archaeological Museum of Chios, which is also really amazing. You will find all different types of artifacts at the museum. Maritime Museum of Chios, which is all about marine time. Folklore Museum of Ariedi, Korai's Library, which is right in the center of Chios with a beautiful statue in the front of Korais. Byzantine Museum of Chios, um, the Municipal Gallery of Chios, the Museum of Neamoni, which is the UNESCO museum, and the Monastery of Neamoni, Folklore Museum of Kalimasya, Maritime Museum of Eleusis, and Perivoli, a museum dedicated to citrus. Okay, these are a few pictures of the museums and interior of the museums, as you could see. And the amazing part also about the mastic museum is that you could touch the mastic, you could see all the old machines, how they used to process the mastic and get it to become chewing gum, how it's used in food, all the different products. Really good experience. Also in the other museums, great experience. Must see sites and spots of history. Daskalopetra, Hormuz Rock that I said earlier, archaeological site of Eborios, the Temple of Apollo in Fana, Anavatos medieval village, ancient settlement of Romokastro, Castle of Chios, Ottoman cemetery in Chios, Vigles, watchtowers of Yaeleni, Karfa village, Bahi, Mesta. Here I'm going to give a little explanation. There's another one in Lithi village. The watchtowers are, as you're driving on the whole one side of the island, you will see watchtowers. And from every watchtower, you could see another two, one on your left and one on your right. You see those and beautiful scenery. There's beaches always underneath, and because there's 92 beaches on the island, so amazing experience going down to the beach, going for a swim, taking a dip, and also having a beautiful view of the watchtowers on top. Moving on to Cabos territory, Lobocomio, the old leper colony of Chios, Volisos Castle, and Apollonon Castle, Almoya. These are three different pictures. I'm going to stick to the one on the bottom right, which is Anavatos. Amazing village on the top of a cliff. Must go to the top. It looks like it came out of a movie. Must see, Anavatos. Really close to Neamoni, which is the monastery, so you can combine both. Another picture of Pidgi with the drawings on the houses. This is actually on the church in the middle of Pidgi village in the square. Whatever you're looking for, Chios will reward you. Chios gastronomy, all the flavors of Chios in your plate. Gastronomic experiences, the Chios Master Museum, Chios local cuisine lessons, Chios Uzo distilleries, Galbos with its important estates, full of citrus fruits, Chios wines and their connection with Homer, Suma, spirit made from figs, traditional distilleries, Chios handmade pasta, handmade ceramic artifacts for cooking. Food production sites you can visit is the brewery, juiceries, herbs, snails, cheese making, traditional wood ovens, goat milking, distilleries, wineries, handmade pasta, etc. Those are places that you can visit and see how everything is made. All the flavors of Chios in your plate. These are a couple of our gastronomy events: Lagada Village Taste Festival, Pitios Village Taste Festival, Mastic Festival at Mastic Villages, Fista Suma Distillery, which goes on in a few villages. An example is in Ayoyori Sikusi, Fisherman Fest at Mesta Village. Authentic traditional products of Chios, like I mentioned earlier, mastic, ouzo, honey, pastelaries, suma, citrus fruits, almond butter and peanut butter, pasta, snails, broad beans, cheese and dairy, gourmades, olives, wine, beer, spoon sweets, herbs, and bakery products. The ones that have the little stars next to them are, you only find them on the island of Chios, unique. You can find them great. You must I have to explain it to you. Very hard. You have to taste it to understand it. Hard to explain. Wandering through beauty. Chios is an ideal destination for nature lovers and ecotourists all year long. Although an island, it offers countless trails and routes leading to mountains, canyons, rivers, inaccessible historical monuments, mastic trees, farms, and unique flora. Explore them all. Exactly what I was saying earlier, because Chios is not like other islands, which are just flat. Chios has a lot of mountains, very different. The scenery, as you could see, there's little rivers. All the paths in Chios are amazing. You could take ancient trails. Must see, must do. Some of the paths and hiking routes are from Ayani Tayogala, Ayos Pateras Tenea Moni, Volisos, Panagiotis Valley, Panaya Neromilos, Armoya, the castle of Polychonon, Cambion Gorge, Olibi Temesta, Cardamila, Tegrias Castle, and Fa, Telithi, etc. Valleys, vineyards, and groves. Just like I said earlier, with about the orchids, 108 different types of orchids. Lalada, which are the tulips, just like you find in Holland, but they here in Chios they grow naturally in fields in March, filled with red tulips, citrus, mastic trees, and vines. Remarkable monasteries and churches in Chios. Monasteries: Nea Monim, Udon Monastery, Mersinidi Monastery, Virgin Mary Monastery, Agipateres Monastery. I'm not going to name them all. One of the very famous ones is Ayamarkela, and then you will also find Saras Island and Inusis Island. Churches, also many Greek churches, beautiful ancient churches, Byzantine churches. You must visit the churches and the monasteries. Really nice experience. Enjoy authentic moments in Chios, which things are going on all year round. Caravaggio, which is the traditional bow modeling crafting, which goes on around Christmas, New Year's, and there's an event going on that shows it in one of the pictures. They make beautiful model boats and decorate them for the holidays. Mostra Carnival, which is really amazing. You could see a few pictures where they're fighting with swords. It's a whole pirates theme going on, and carnival and people dressed up. Very nice. Agash traditional festival that goes on in Mesta, and a couple of other villages on the south part of the island. Custom of the double, traditional festivals, and gastronomy festivals that I said earlier. Other events going on in Chios is the Chios running, sailing, Aegean regatta, scuba diving, hiking, canyoning, climbing, cycling, cruises, Chios Tango Festival. I'm just going to give you a little bit more information about the Chios running. It's a mini marathon that goes on in the Cabos area, where I said are all the mansions, the big mansions, ancient mansions of Chios, and it's an amazing experience for people that love marathons because they're running through Cabos area, which is all citrus trees and old mansions. Chios nature and environmental protection, Natura areas in Chios, Mount Pilineos, which I said is the highest mountain in Chios, Anavatos, north part of Chios, Dolphin, Campos Chios, Mestania, Moni, Nusis Island, Saras Island, Nalos of Chios, Mabravoya Beach, in the Emborios region, Piri, Chiofana. Well, at this point is the end of my presentation about the island of Chios, and I really hope I see you on the island. Hope to see you in Chios soon. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
I am convinced I will visit Chios as soon as possible. Though we have with us Mr. Yannis Sirakis from Chios Island. Unfortunately, we are running out of time. So, in short, a question: how important is alternative tourism for Chios Island? In which fields, in which sectors are you going to invest? And in which markets are you focusing on?
Switch on your microphone. Your microphone is switched off.
Yes, now we hear you.
Thank you. Hello, everybody. Thanks for hosting HEOS to your virtual Greek Panorama exhibition. HEOS, as Augustus said earlier, it's the fifth largest island in Greece and the 10th largest island in the Mediterranean. There's so many things to do. There's so many things that you can visit, and there's so many things on the past pandemic period that you can feel actually that you're alone. As Gosta said, earlier said that there are 92 beaches. There's so many monasteries. There's so many things that you can do, and actually you can be alone in many ways. Chios is looking forward to reopen and reestablish the connections with, of course, the Dutch market and the Scandinavian market that used to be very popular in the last few years. And of course, we're aiming to open up also the Italian market and the French market also. Chios is very popular also to the Turkish market the last few years, and we're starting also to having some a few groups from the Asia countries that are starting to visiting Chios. Chios is focusing to differentiate the project, wants to focus on its nature, the resources that it has, it wants to focus on things that we can do and feel unique. As of course, mastic, and it's a unique product that everybody has to know it. And of course, the the beach of the Blackstone beach of Mavragoya, it's a unique place that everybody has to experience.
I don't know if Vicky
Oh,
wants to ask
Yeah.
anything else.
Before go to Athens, because there is another question for Athens, just I would like to ask you, I know that you run a hotel. How much prepared is the hoteliers for this summer, difficult summer?
You know, actually, last year was a very difficult year for Chios and most of the major Greek islands. But right now, we all have our hands on. We're preparing to start operations of our hotels. We're very well prepared. We all have. We all have made all the things necessary to keep our hotels safe and our guests safe. We have made some major training for our personnel, and we have adapted on the post-COVID period very well. Chios has a few four and five-star hotels, but also has many nice small boutique hotels on the various small villages all spread all over here. And I'm sure our guests will feel very comfortable about exploring and staying with them.
Mr. Sirax, thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Last
you.
question goes to Athens, and because it's Athens Convention and Visitor Bureau, we have a question about the mice industry. What are your predictions for the mice?
That's a tricky question. Of course, mice is a more specific segment of our industry, and because it contains, it brings together people in the same place. A lot of different protocols have to be in a way put in place. We expect that mice traffic will recover, but at a later pace. It's the visitors and the travel trade section that we expect to be the first segment of the market that will, in a way, support the recovery. And at the second stage, we will have the recovery of the mice and the congress industry. That's what we expect to have, in the months to follow. We expect that mice traffic will most probably become more apparent in 2022 and not in 2021.
Thank you so much all.
Thank you so much. Today, Vicky, we traveled in many Greek islands. We visited, we have so far visited the Netherlands, and then we have a new appointment with Italy.
With Italy in half an hour at 2 o'clock Greek time, 1
Stay
o'clock
tuned.
Italian time. We will go to Italy. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. See you.
Thank you.